just giving myself an interview. I'm Nicole Flesh, and we are together as a group doing a project about school lunches and, how can they incorporate working with farms and what parents can do to make, lunches healthier for their students. But I got to thinking about, lunch and high school days, and I happen to used to be in love with school lunch foods. Like, it was ridiculous. I would, race down the stairwells on Chicken Nugget Day, push people out of the way, and like race for Taco Day. And I was thinking like of how like maybe like how my body felt back in high school, and I was just as active as I am now. I've always been like very athletic, into running and doing sports, and I kind of was a little bit of a chunkster back in the high school days. Um, I don't know if it had to do with, me just getting older, my body changing, or did it have something to do with school lunch? But I remember even my mom, she'd be like, those school lunches are gonna catch up to you. But like I was like, I never really ate or, cared about eating healthy until about like after maybe I would say start of college, freshman year of college. I got really into health and fitness and focusing on nutrition, and that stuff just is really interesting to me. But what really, scarred me was Food Inc. And that really, really took my interest of nutrition to the whole new level. I always loved meat, chicken, steak, and I still do. But after seeing what is going into our body, it just really like makes me like disgusted. Like I didn't even know what to do. And like um, it's hard to buy organic, well, really grass-fed good meat, unless you are going to farms and, putting out money. And I know when I get older and do my own food shopping, for my house and stuff, I'm definitely going to buy all that stuff. And actually, for the first time, my aunt and her daughter always eat organic food and grass-fed beef and chicken. And I was at my aunt's house one night and she was making dinner and she was telling me she was making steak sandwiches, and I was like, ugh, like I can't, like the poor little cows cooped up. It just really grossed me out. So she's like, no, me and Allison bought a cow, and it was expensive for a whole cow. It was $400 for I guess I don't know how much really meat you got. You got a lot, but $400 for meat, like that's insanity. But it's worth it because it's really healthy for you. And the taste in the organic beef was unbelievable. It just tasted so fresh, and like it didn't feel like greasy or anything. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just that heavenly. And it was just really, really good. But also too, what's really I think is important is that I think parents really need to focus on their kids' health, because if you raise a child growing up eating healthy and giving them fruits and vegetables and trying to get them to expand their taste buds instead of just catering to be like, okay, yeah, kids are gonna like fruit roll-ups, kids are gonna like Oreo cakesters, kids are gonna like French fries and chicken nuggets. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with giving children, chicken nuggets and French fries, here and there. Like everything is okay in moderation, but they need to focus on eating healthy, throughout the day, like healthy snacks. And in schools and stuff, a lot of kids are getting snacks such as chips and cookies, and they're bringing like Fritos to school, and just like all like junk, like nothing that's really substantial or really good for them. And there are the few students who do have apples and carrots and raisins, and a lot of times kids are turned away from the healthy stuff because when they first taste, like it doesn't look appetizing. If you hold up a chocolate chip cookie and a carrot, like clearly which one's the kid's gonna want to pick. But if you make it fun for the kids and tell them and teach them about eating healthy and how important it really is, and what's really inside a Frito-Lay. I mean, I used to love Frito-Lays. They used to be my ultimate fave, more specifically the barbecue ones. And put them on a sandwich, crush them together, make it all yummy and crunchy and good. But that's besides the point. Um, in high school, we did a project on the Frito Lays, and you burn the Frito Lay to see, the oil and grease, come out of it, and it was horrifying. It was enough to scar me once again. And ever since high school, I haven't eaten Fritos. Um, and then, but that's just, I'm just really, really focused now, especially with this project too. I really wanted to go all out. After I first started watching Jamie Oliver's Food Revolution, I got all into it. I basically wanted to start my own food revolution and go from school to school. I went to my high school to try to like get them to like actually be in the cafeteria while they're going and like serving lunch, because I remember how it was and how crazy like lunch used to be. I mean, they have taken a lot of stuff out of the school system, like the ice cream machine that used to be there, which is probably a good thing because that's something I used to get every day after lunch. They had this machine filled with cookies and candy bars and Swedish fish and soda machines, and that's all gone now, which is a major improvement for schools. But they really, really need to step up, the lunch game and make it kids realize how important it is to eat healthy. Another thing that's, well, Jamie Oliver, he is amazing, and I definitely suggest, that schools maybe should be introduced to that just to see, from his perspective and, how schools can make a difference. And yeah, sure, it takes more time and like more money, but what's the rush on a life? I mean, get it. I really do understand that people need to make money and there isn't enough hours in a day. Like, I really truly understand that. But, these kids are our future generation. And, watching America and how the amount of obesity and like health risks there are, like, it's sickening. Like, so many people have obesity and, they can't live life to the fullest because, they're held back by their weight. And it's just really sad. And I get it. I think it's great for you to be, comfortable in your own body and who you are and the whole big spiel along those lines. But as long as you're healthy, you know, I'm not saying you have to eat a piece of celery, every day or as a meal or like a bag of peas, but, incorporate fruits and vegetables instead of certain like chips. There's so many easy, fun ways that you can, eat food and enjoy food, and you can really feel a difference in your body. I know when I first started, really getting into health and fitness and nutrition, I like my whole body felt different just by the way I was eating, and it's amazing just by eating certain foods of how different you feel. It improves moods, your skin, your hair. The list goes on and on. Another interesting thing to see is the Eat This or Not That book, um, which could be a great way for schools to incorporate, or educate kids. Um, because I know a lot of kids and stuff, and parents don't have time to cook anymore. So a lot of parents do go out and buy McDonald's or buy Burger King, Wendy's, or pizza. And actually, pizza. I will say, pizza is good for you. You do have your dairy, your protein from the cheese, and sauce from the tomatoes. It's not good to eat every day, but it is. Oh, it's not bad for you to have once in a while. And I've talked to numerous people who are really educated in health and fitness, and pizza is really not one of the worst things for you. But anyway, back to McDonald's and chicken nuggets. The Eat This or Not That book. There's so many different series that you can do. Like there's a fast food one, there's a food shopping one, and like what to buy. And if you really are informed, there's so many simple ways that you can educate yourself. And it's important for us to eat healthy and focus on what we're putting inside of our bodies. I mean, it's important to care about yourself. um, but that's really it. I mean, the more you learn, the more you will take into consideration what you are eating. And just from watching a simple movie, in class, I've completely changed the way I eat and certain things I eat and certain things I didn't eat. And, we need to focus more on putting that into the schools. And granted, nobody wants to see it. Some people don't care what they eat or what they're putting inside their body, but it's the drive to get people to want to care.